Okay, we are live. Hi, this is William Ramsey. Welcome to William Ramsey Investigates. On tonight's show, I have a very special guest, a returning guest. His name is Todd Wood. He's on Killafornia. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel. He has his stuff on Walter Bosley. This will be our 17th show. It's amazing. We've done a lot of great shows in the past. I highly recommend people check them out. You can go through. We've talked about 4 Pi, Zodiac, Steve, a lot of occult stuff. Occult murder of Arliss Perry was recent. That was just published a few days ago on my channel. Stanley Dean Baker. We did a child porn scandal, Zandvoort, which was really creepy. Talked about William Joseph Bryan, Thomas Creech, MK Ultra and the Rye, those kind of things. So we've covered quite a bit of stuff. But I had mentioned, I think, in our last show that I had written about this character who you see if you're watching this on one of my 3 YouTube channels, which magically reappeared in early October. If you're watching this, you'll see that there on X or on Rumble or Rockfin. You'll see a picture of a guy whose full name, we were talking about it in the intro. I had forgotten his middle name, but Todd will talk more about that. He used to be known as John Alexander Lawson, but he changed his name to Pazuzu Algarad. And he was a satanic killer. So this is like a pretty disturbing show. We're going to get into the full thing. We'll put the satanic panic naysayers to rest, the Lanningites or whatever they are out there, or the Douglasites. But this is a real case. It's all validated by the police, and he actually had cohorts who served jail time. I think actually one of them is still serving jail time. Anyway, Todd can talk more about that. So, Todd, welcome back to the show.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm excited about the topic we're talking about tonight. I first discovered Pazuzu Algarad when I was doing research for a Killafornia episode about like the serial killer connection, or I should say, the attraction serial killers have to the film The Exorcist. And interestingly enough, I stumbled across Pazuzu Algarad, and we all know Pazuzu as the demon who sort of possesses Reagan in the first Exorcist movie that came out December 26, 1973, which we talked about in the last show together, William. Of course, for anybody who doesn't know, Pazuzu is a real life entity. He's a Babylonian, Mesopotamian, Sumerian god, the god of the western winds, or southwestern winds, and it's usually associated with chaos and plague. Ironically enough, Pazuzu is also the protector of pregnant women. So yeah, you could just take that and just do what you will. But yeah,
there is a sequence in the Exorcist film where it shows up in the background.
Right. Yeah. The shadow, other than the statue, the shadows shows up in the I think it's the 2000 Blu-ray. Initially, it was taken out of the original run of the film, but yeah, Pazuzu's shadow was put back. Yeah, it's one of the things that William Friedkin and Blatty argued about, and that is the reason for them not talking to each other for 20 years.
I had no idea. I didn't know that. Wow, that's amazing. I actually have a image of it. Let me see. So this is in the director's cut, is what you're saying, huh?
The shadow is, yeah.
The shadow. Is it? I don't know. Your eyesight isn't great, but does that seem familiar to you?
I can't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that that's the statue of Pazuzu because I was just showing it, but I guess that's the one from The Exorcist.
Of course, we should say that Babylon, Mesopotamia, that is modern day Iraq. Now, of course, I speculate. Of course, I have an article I'm working on right now about the topic that William and I covered with Walter in our last show, and about the serial killer attraction to The Exorcist. It's my speculation that he actually probably most likely got the name from the second film, which is The Heretic, which goes a lot more into Pazuzu.
Gotcha. I wouldn't be surprised. Another person found with the Exorcist book was Damien Eccles. There's actually a picture of there's actually a picture of the Exorcist on the floor where he was living in the trailer park in the police files. And it's a weird connection too, because when he moved to Salem, the son of Peter Blatty was living there. Mike Blatty is a friend of mine.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Me and Blatty have had shared beers together. Like,
right. And,
yeah, it's a small world.
Of course, his middle name, right? It's in 2002, John Alexander Lawson legally changes his name to Pazuzu. What's it? Wait, Ilya?
I think it's Illah, but
Illah Algarad, which basically means the Lord of the Locust in Arabic when translated into English.
Right.
Now, this guy was not so much of a class act. Like, he took measures to make himself look like a demon. He filed his teeth down to sharp points. He braided metal into his hair. He got face tattoos. That's pretty crazy thing to do. The dude basically looked like a demon. Wouldn't you agree, William?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what Crowley rumored to have done too, is filed his teeth 2 points, which is why you never see Crowley smile in all the pictures. Yeah, go find me a picture of Crowley's teeth, because this is how deep it gets. This guy is really strange. Pazuzu Algarad. Yeah.
Were you saying the show we did on Killafornia, the Arliss Perry show, that Pazuzu had Pazuzu had a poster of Crowley on his wall?
Correct. That's correct. So this is it right here. When I was researching this, you got to remember I was writing Children of the Beast in 2014 when this happened. So I got a lot of stuff off of social media and a lot of social media posts that have kind of gone bye-bye. But like, this is it. This is his wall. And you probably can't see this, but at the very top, there's kind of an infamous picture of Crowley performing the rites of Eleusis, or Eleusis or whatever, but he's basically up front and center. And some of his postings, he knew Crowley. So some of the social media posts indicated that he knew it. But yeah, there's a picture of Crowley up on his wall. So.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. There's also a smiley face. So it says, "You have been warned," on one of the doors, and a smiley face. Which, if we get to the video, we can see it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Now, what was I going to say? Now, what's even more interesting is that he was born in San Francisco, which I guess at this point everybody can just consider to be a breeding ground for crazy psychopaths, satanic psychos.
They sure can.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of things coming out of San Francisco. It's a weird epicenter because like Richard Ramirez rolled through there. You have LaVey Aquino. You have Process Church.
Bundy.
Manson. You have a guy across the bay who was supposedly Crowley's heir.
Yeah.
His name is Mick something. Shoot, I can't remember now. I should know his name. But he was he was supposed to be the heir of Crowley. I'll figure it out. It was his name is not Camel Dryberg. Oh my God, I can't even believe it. I should know this. Off the top. But he was like a competitor with Parsons, actually.
I see.
Anyway, there's a guy across the way. Oh, Grady McMurtry was his name.
Oh, yes. Grady McMurtry. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was across the bay. So
okay.
There's definitely something about California, or Killafornia, as you would say. Right?
Exactly. Okay, so like that Pazuzu believed that he got power from filth. So, needless to say, his mother's house where he lived, because dudes like that just lived with their moms, was basically a landfill. And it was, from what I understand, it's pretty disgusting. William, should we go ahead and roll that video, or do you want to wait? And
yeah. Let's show people some of these slides too. So there he is. There he is before John Lawson. He actually looks like a normal skater kid or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he slowly got the face tattoos, the hair, the Satan. He had this kind of like Arabic motif or Middle Eastern element. He did a lot of Arabic writing that somebody deciphered. Just kind of, there's Pazuzu.
Well,
he had a book. He tried to choke his mom out,
right?
Like strangled her. This is his booking photo. I think that's an upside down cross on his forehead.
Well, what's interesting, according to his mom, he actually worshipped Tiamat.
There you go. Yeah.
Tiamat is it's another figure from Babylonian mythology. It's the Earth Mother Dragon.
And if you look at all these Satanists, they always go back to the Middle East. All the powerful stuff is Babylonian magic, or even before Egyptian. So,
right,
like the dark gods and all this. It's all that.
Well, stuff. And the whole thing is it's not just that. It's like the alien stuff too, right? The Anunnaki, right? And the Sumerian tablets and everything like that. That's what really kind of, I think that might be part of what drives all that.
This is a picture when it happened. I got this picture off of Facebook, and there is Algarad with his girlfriend Amber, who's in jail. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting. I kind of got the name I called this was the Beast from the East, because I had just been studying Crowley in great detail, and he literally wrote Pazuzu, Beauty and the Beast, and I'll hit anyone that calls her beast. So he referenced himself as the Beast, like Crowley. So he saw himself as a beast figure.
I'll hit anyone who calls her beast. That's from the first Batman movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
And his Facebook page, I doubt it's still there, but it said Pazuzu Algarad, and then the upside down crosses, and he saw himself as the Antichrist. Mm-hmm. And this is just where he lived, Clemens, outside of Winston-Salem in North Carolina. And this is his front door, and it does say, let me see if I can read these words, but it says evil will triumph. It has an upside down cross. And then the death's head. And it says, no gang members allowed. Anyone that dresses the same as the same badge, has the same badge, and call themselves the authority of a land they did not create, they only seized through terrorism, has no permission to enter this land unless you are a native, since this is their land. Since this is the First Amendment of your fake laws, for we see you are guilty until proven innocent. If you can make laws, so can we. So be it. Pazuzu, so he has his own name on there. So.
Wow, that's kind of super like leftist, like almost Antifa-esque.
It sure is, yeah. So it's kind of interesting.
Now, do you know, did he belong to the like Satanic temple or anything like that?
Yeah, I don't recall that. I didn't find that stuff. I didn't see, they didn't like get into his network. He was clearly had a bunch, it was like a party house. It was like a crash house for a bunch of heavy duty people, was that house, which has now been completely demolished and bulldozed.
Yeah.
But that's the picture of it.
I believe that was 2015, right?
Yeah, they got rid of it right away.
Oh,
that's a very common theme in these kind of occult crimes and stuff, is like, if Mike Martin, there's so many houses that just got torn down because either people don't want to live there or something. They just don't want to be associated with it.
Mm-hmm. That's, I can understand that.
Yeah. This is the police video of this whole thing. We can go through it. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the front door. There's the skull. I just read the little thing there. There's audio on this too. Can you hear the audio, Todd?
Yeah, I can hear the audio.
Okay, good. There's the picture of Crowley. It's right straight ahead. And then just the walls are just stuffed with things. Well, there's Crowley right there. So people, I know, Todd, you may not be able to see that. But He's up there with right next to kind of a downward facing pentagram.
Oh man.
Nazi on the wall, downward facing pentagram.
Okay.
This is a sheriff's video, I think.
Is he
Pretty
wearing
sure.
a hazmat suit? He's probably needs
should.
to.
Apparently, they would like leave rotting animal corpses on the floor, and he would only poop in the corner.
Well,
He
from
didn't leave
what
it back.
I understand, the first full moon of every month, he'd go down to the local river, and he'd sacrifice a rabbit.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And eat it. He would literally sacrifice birds while they were still alive and drink their blood.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how dark it is. Like it's super dark.
Yeah. And from what I understand, like I know he was charged for 2 murders because they found those skeletal remains of 2 people in his backyard, buried in shallow graves in 2014. But in like at parties, like you said, it's a crash house, party house / landfill. That he'd brag about other murders he had committed, right? Like, and the thing is, like, here's the deal, like, I know he was diagnosed with agoraphobia, but that just seems like that diagnosis just seems like crap. If he's going out and murdering people, then I'm afraid no, he doesn't have agoraphobia. Yeah, agoraphobia is the fear of leaving your house, basically.
Right.
You know, you're not going to the river to kill rabbits or anything like that. If you're a true agoraphobic, you ain't leaving. You're a shut-in.
Right. He also cut his tongue in half, so he had like a serpent's mouth, you know. So like he really went through the body modification stuff.
Yeah.
Really
yeah.
Crazy. This just gives you, I mean, you say that he tried to hide the bodies by mixing them with other animal carcasses, which is weird.
Oh man.
So like he was like very thoughtful on stuff.
Just like this part. Oh yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely unfit for human habitation.
The guy just said unfit for human habitation.
Yeah.
There's a skull.
No drainage.
No drainage from the sink. Didn't care. Who knows what he ate? Gosh.
Yeah. You know, and the thing is, like, his girlfriend would have had to be at least just as sick as he was.
No doubt. Yeah.
You know,
she's an accomplice.
Wasn't there 2 girlfriends though?
Yes, Amber Birch and Crystal Matlock.
Look at that.
They were both charged.
Giving Matlock a bad name.
Yeah, look at that. It's just like all this garbage on the floor.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Sir, did you?
Oh my.
The cop's like, what is this?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Fly paper hanging from the center of the wall.
Is that thing dead?
Some kind of animal.
Watch your step. There's a lot of broken glass.
Okay.
Yeah, there was just on the wall was a picture to the left. You'll see it here. That is the picture of Baphomet. You can see it right there.
Oh man.
It's up on the upper left.
You know, William, one day
Yeah.
I'm just to diss these people, I'm gonna do like a bath mat, so people have to like
There you go.
dry their feet off on the guy or the beast or whatever it is.
All right. Look at that room. It's just full of stuff. This reminds me of True Detective, actually.
Yeah.
This room's full of garbage and stuff like that. Like the sequence of the satanic cult leaders is like this.
Right. Now, we know he has the 2 girlfriends, but how big of a following did this guy have?
It's a great question. I don't know. I don't know if they researched it. After I got done studying him, there was like a 3 or 4 part series on Vice, I think they did about him.
The devil you know.
The devil you know, yeah. So I remember watching that, but I don't know how they got into his like ideology. They
Mhm.
knew stuff. There's interesting. We'll get into. I'll read some of the posts that I got from my book, Children of the Beast, that I got from social media of people
Okay.
who knew him. But we'll get there.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like the atmospherics of this are out of like a freaking scary
Well,
movie.
Yeah.
Any of my hoarding cases will match with this one.
This is the cleanest room in the house.
Huh?
This is the cleanest room in the house.
This is the cleanest room in the house. There's two guys with the Southern draws, North Carolinas.
I just came from there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it looks like he kept some things kind of clean. I don't know. Maybe the
Yeah.
woman did.
Or his mom.
Did he live with his mom? Do you know?
Yeah, it's his mom's
Oh,
house. He
it's
didn't
his
own the
mom's
house.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. I didn't know that. I can't believe his mom survived there. That's even creepier if she was
Yeah.
there with all this stuff. Like they're walking over garbage all the time.
Right. No, it's kind of like South Park Cartman's mom is like completely submissive, who'd never disciplined her child.
Oh, interesting.
That's
There's the-
like Pazuzu's mom.
Right.
Basically.
There's the door
Yeah.
with the smiley face right here. If people
Oh.
are watching this on, there's weird Arabic writing on the ceiling there, but if people are watching this, look to your left on this door, and that's the smiley face right there,
Oh man.
right in the center of the things. You've been warned.
Mm.
Like, what's this guy doing at night? Like,
Yeah.
is he one of these SFK types, man? Like
Yeah.
Scarlet Blake?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That one, yeah, I got it good.
That's in the bathroom. There's the wolf. So he's a wolf too.
Mhm.
So this is all that imagery. The wolf imagery is like Genesis P. Orge and all these guys.
Yeah.
They see themselves as wolves.
And Genesis, didn't he file his teeth down?
Yes, that's the rumor.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Genesis was creepy like this guy, but I mean, Genesis, he got his name Genesis Porch because he ate his own semen from a very early age. Guy's out of his mind. Yeah. This is like the people they find here, who are their heroes.
And probably the reason why insane asylums are going to be coming back to this country.
Right. I wish I could read this whole thing, this door, but it says, okay, here we go. If you are reading this, here, warning, every word, useless fine print is that you won't have. Oh man, I can't read it. Life is empty. But that's the smiley face on the bottom of that door. I don't know what it says. There's Pazuzu. There's the picture of Pazuzu right there, guys.
Oh.
It's on the wall on the left. So if everybody's watching this, we got 165 live listeners. Thanks for watching. There's Pazuzu right there,
Thanks,
bottom
guys.
left. Yeah. So thanks everybody. I'll get to the comments here in a sec. I've dropped the ball. I'm trying to go through these videos. There's tons of comments.
Okay, let's do it.
No trespassing.
You know,
hazmat shoes on and everything.
You know,
This guy,
the bad thing about this is that the movie Animal House with John Belushi,
Yeah,
that frat house was cleaner than this house.
you're right.
Yeah.
They got
Fourth step from the bottom is kind of loose.
So there's a basement or a second floor on the bottom. It's going down the steps. There's more stuff on the wall.
That one.
I don't know what, like spray painting, Arabic, and just garbage everywhere. It's just trash. Wow.
And the mom remarried after
That's right.
her
yeah.
initial divorce, and it was because of Pazuzu that she left the second husband, right?
I don't know. I don't remember. For people who don't know, the bodies were found outside. They were buried outside of this house.
Mm-hmm.
So and they were basically found on a tip. So somebody
Right.
said, "Hey, this guy really is out of his mind."
Yeah. And there's only two of them.
Only two found, right?
Right. And he bragged about killing others at parties that were at the landfill house.
okay. I actually need to do outside.
Yeah, man. I
So
bet
we're
in the
going
future.
outside.
I bet they changed policy
some
because of this house. I bet they have to wear hazmat
Yeah.
suits now.
Just massive random holes in the backyard.
Yeah.
Watch your step.
I think there was a pool that was empty that they never used, right?
Yeah.
Just tons of animal bones and stuff in the back. Like, it's so
Let me
crazy.
shoot this facial board right here.
Just watch your step there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the pool.
So there's
Downward pentagram, more Arabic. Somebody translated that. Maybe I can find it.
one was buried there.
One was here, one was up there.
Yeah, so he's saying where the bodies were found.
Yeah.
One was up there.
Yep. One was, it's right in front of the picnic table.
One in front of the picnic table.
Yeah, not the hill up there, down here.
Oh, right here.
Where those bricks are.
Yeah, where you see the little bricks.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
I hope these dudes got bonuses.
Yeah, really. They deserve overtime.
Yeah.
There's the picnic table, some like outhouse or something. Downward pentagram again on the outside, spray painted.
Yeah.
It's a cat, random
jumped out.
cat.
Scared the shit out of me.
They got me too early. I feel bad.
Lots of cops, so there's cops
Yeah.
are on site.
Is that stench just coming from the house? That smell?
Some
Guy says, is that stench coming from the house?
and some of this dirt that we sprayed it here.
When they were working in the house and come out, it was a very nasty odor.
I'm gonna get the side and around in the front. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's a garage. That downstairs is a garage. There's 2 garage doors they never used.
Oh
They
man.
didn't bring their car in or whatever. They just kept those closed. It's weird. I mean, the whole thing is bizarre. This whole house is gone. It's an empty lot. I don't think they built anything there, is my understanding.
Yeah.
There's a jack-o'-lantern. There's the door with the weird writing. That's a skeleton kind of air chime or something like that, too, which is weird. Police tape. This guy's all geared up. He's got a face mask on,
Oh,
a hat.
man. I don't
Eyes.
blame them.
He has protective eye goggles too. Yeah, I don't blame him at all. Just like kind of gives you some idea of what they're dealing with. Anyway, interesting stuff. I mean, I don't know how much more we want to go there, but you just see
Yeah.
the decay,
Oh yeah.
weird pits and stuff. Ugh. Like it
A
looks like they
real-life
kept
house of
animals.
horrors,
Is that a
yeah.
rabbit house or something like that?
I guess I got all I need.
Go back. This is what it looks like now. That's what you just saw. This is it.
Oh man.
It is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go through some of these comments people are talking
Okay.
about. Let's see. I bet you could get Jaime Osuna as well. He's very similar.
Yeah.
I don't know who Jaime Osuna is. Who's that?
I think he.
Somebody
I,
has to tell me
I'm
that.
gonna have to look him up too. Yeah.
Hi, Holler Girl. Welcome. Cool Adam. Welcome. Luke. Warm No More. Welcome. I've watched all the documentaries. Holler's watched them.
Yeah.
Rodney says, hi, William and Todd. Hey, Rodney. Welcome.
Hey, Rodney.
They didn't tell you the whole truth in the documentaries, though. Probably not.
No.
Like about his mother, how did she allow him in her home? I don't know. They must have had some kind of weird relationship.
It was it's almost like capture bonding, really. Like the woman was completely submissive. Like she would basically like turn a blind eye. From what I understand, she came outside one time, from what I understand, Pazuzu was standing over a body, and she just kind of went back inside and went to her room and just kind of, complete and utter denial.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's like the relationship of Jack Parsons and his mom. You ever hear that one? Yeah, no. There was supposedly found like pictures of them doing the deed together.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they were lovers. Yeah. Yeah, you haven't heard that one? Let me
Oedipus much?
What?
Oedipus much? Like, Oedipus complex?
I don't know what you mean. Edit what? What do you mean?
You mean Oedipus? You want to do your mother, kill your father?
Oedipus, yeah.
Oedipus, yeah.
I thought you said edit this. Let's see.
No. Oedipus.
I'm tired, man. Let's see.
It's okay. I jury duty. I get it.
Let me see if I can find this Parsons quote. Where's Parsons? I wrote so much about Hubbard and Children of the Beast. But Parsons, I think, comes after him. Let's see. Well, maybe not.
Parsons would come before Hubbard.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. What page is that? But yeah, no, there's a quote in there that'll just it'll like fry your brain. This is probably not listening. You probably should look away.
Yeah.
If people are, because this is, I think it's the rumor. It's like somebody found a video of him and his mom and his dog.
God.
You haven't heard that one?
I don't drink, William, but I may have to start.
You have to have a drink tonight.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's like, talk about Satanism or whatever, or like mother-daughter, mother-son relationship.
I don't even think it may not even be an Oedipus complex at this point if you bring the dog into it.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad. After this is from Children of the Beast, page 159. And it's from Sex and Rockets, so it's from a book, The Occult World of Jack Parsons. After his untimely death, an odd, bizarre, fairly big box decorated with snakes and dragons was found in a trailer at the Parson house. According to two sources, the oddly designed box contained films of Jack Parsons and his mother engaged in sexual activities. The activities included their family dog.
Oh, that poor
Sex
dog.
and Rockets, page 183. I didn't say that, guys. Holler Girl, all of these shows you have done, Mr. Ramsey, are so interesting and appreciative of my research on Damien Eccles, what landed me here last year. Thank you. Rodney, I've never really watched The Heretic. I haven't either. I got to go back and rewatch this.
It's now that The Exorcist II Heretic is the worst film in the franchise because William Peter Blatty had nothing to do with it.
Oh, interesting. Who directed it? Do you recall?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's completely Hollywood. And them just trying to keep the money rolling in. Has nothing to do with the Faith Trilogy. The Faith Trilogy, if you're interested, is the first Exorcist movie, the Ninth Configuration, and then Exorcist 3 Legion.
Gotcha.
Which, like we talked about in the last show, Jeffrey Dahmer is a big fan of that movie.
That's right.
And so was Danny Rawlings. Danny Rawlings actually saw the movie before he he went on his killing spree.
His entity was Gemini too, right? That was it.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is, as life imitates art, imitates life, the Scream movies are based on Danny Rawlings in part.
I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. Those are really graphic. That guy was a monster. They put him to death, right?
Yeah, in 2006.
Yeah, that's good. He deserved it.
Yeah.
Donald Holtzclaw, welcome, Donald. Good to see you again. It's been a while. I have all these old streamers who pop back on after 4 or 5 years after the brutal censorship. But Donald, this guy lived close to Donald, a couple miles away. Wow. Luke says my books are good. Thank you.
Yeah, his books are good.
I've been in a house that's more appalling. Donald says his house was terrible. They didn't use a bathroom. They just peed and pooped in the corner of his house. That's right.
Yeah, they had a corner. I like it. I bet it was all four corners. It'd be hard to remember which corner is which. It was a house that bad.
Yeah, crazy. I'm getting a high-pitched sound. Yeah, I think it's coming from, I think it might be coming from Todd's. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I'm not hearing anything.
Okay. It might be me. It could, StreamYard's wanky, it's like wonky, whatever. It's strange.
Yeah.
Besties, hello. Seen the darkness. Welcome. The house is gross. Yes, it is. Rise to Liberty. Hey, what's going on, Jacob? Any clean room in that house was because of his mom. Yeah, I believe you're right. Comment Mama, welcome. William knows way too much. I do know way too much. It's actually pretty scary. Like I've done a lot of research. Like this book that I wrote about Algarad was 10 years ago. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
But we'll get to some of the Facebook posts here in a second. Just want to go through all the comments. Oh my God. God bless you guys. Thank you. We need it. Say prayers. Get out the old, crucifix, whatever works. Who is the Genesis guy? Genesis P. Orridge. I wrote about him in Children of the Beast. He's a countercultural figure, which is a nice way of putting it. Mm-hmm. But he was really one of the real transhumanists and positive androgyne people where you had sex changes or you became morphed and body modification and things like that. And he had very strange friends and just like, I think that they would call him insane today. Like
yeah,
it's worse than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. I don't see why kids would want to stay there. Yeah. Can imagine average tweaker population fighting over a spot on his couch. Yes, probably. That's probably who he hung out with. Sean in the darkness says in witchcraft, they bury the bodies and dig them up once they are bones and use them for rituals. Cam Arneal. In my world, we don't suffer a witch to live. Yeah, that's Old Testament admonition. Right? Mm-hmm. So never suffer a witch to live. Fendelander Pazuzu, isn't that the demonic entity or the weird-looking toys Labubu are made after? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. I don't think that the Labubu doesn't really look like Pazuzu, in my opinion.
I don't know.
Yeah. I have some coworkers that have a Labubu.
Yeah, there's it's a little craze. It's like the Beanie Baby craze. It's Labubu is the new Beanie Baby. Michael Sear says 12-hour day of shows for William. I streamed some old shows earlier because what happened to me, guys, if people don't know, I was censored. So when I was doing my shows, they would only go to certain places. So all the audio would only go to Spreaker or one of my many. I have 3 YouTube channels that were returned. There's a 4th I never had. Yeah. So to restream, I'm restreaming back to old channels that I had before 2021. So I'm kind of readjusting all my stuff. And then my podcast can be found on YouTube here pretty soon too. So just an FYI.
Yeah.
Rise to Liberty. Pazuzu basically never left home. He was there because he basically controlled his mom. If she did anything to upset him, he'd freak out and go scorched earth. Interesting. I didn't know that. Heretic definitely has a different feel. Art of the personal story.
Mm-hmm. It's more about Reagan.
Right.
She's like a teen. She's more grown up, and has James Earl Jones in it.
I'll be asking for books from Santa this year. Yes, you can watch all 5 of my documentaries. I have one on Children with Beasts. I think I cover Pazuzu at my Patreon, and then you can buy signed copies of my books at my website, William Ramsey Investigates. Nardwar interviewed Genesis. It's interesting. There's old interviews of him around, and I have a whole chapter on him in Children of the Beast. He's passed away or gone to hell or what.
Well, he killed himself in prison in October 28th in 2015. I was looking to see if there's any sort of significance with that date. There's some stuff in Druid culture, but nothing that would match the sort of the ideology of Pazuzu. You would be looking for something that's sort of Arabic or Babylonian.
Karma Neil, I found you a month ago. I've been stuck. Great listening. Thank you. I have 1,600 different episodes going back. So for people who don't know who found me recently, I started out as a guest, and then I worked for the Ed Opperman Report, and then I kind of, once COVID started, I kind of went back. Holler Girl, I am from Memphis. I remember when the West Memphis 3 happened, in 1993. They're still around. All right, those are all the comments. Let's see if I can get this book on.
Hey, William, I think I figured out the source of the high-pitched noise. I'm going to go turn it off real quick.
No problem. I'm going to get to the book. Let me see if I can bring the book. I'll read it to people. You can see my work on Pazuzu. Let's see. Get this out of here. Share screen. So this is what my book looks like. This is like a galley version of it. So this isn't the actual book you buy and stuff. A lot of pages, guys. Like I think I had something like crazy amount of this one doesn't have the footnotes and everything, but I think I had like 600, 800 footnotes for this. But that's him. I mean, we haven't talked about the victims, 2 middle-aged victims, which is strange. I don't know how he came across them. Joshua Wetzler and Tommy Dean Welch, but they were killed in 2009. Mm-hmm. So like these are the killings that happened. That means they were buried behind his house for 5 years, and until he was busted in 2014.
Man.
Autopsy reports indicate both were shot to death. Welch once and Wetzler 7 times, with 3 shots to the head. Pazuzu is alleged to have eaten parts of his victims.
Yeah.
Neighbors, like you mentioned, Todd, neighbors witnessed Pazuzu performing animal sacrifices and satanic rituals at his house. Quote, about once a month, it was usually on a full moon. That's plural, sacrificed at least 1 rabbit, then he would eat the heart of it and then burn the flesh of the rabbit. Pazuzu called the monthly sacrifice the Dark Moon Ritual. He had many tattoos, 666, Lucifer, Villain, and Pazuzu. He had a black dragon, which is really dark. Like, I know the black dragon. This is heavy occult stuff, guys.
Right.
Wow. Black dragon and Nazis. That means he's networked.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know some of the stuff back then. Now, like, I know it's like arcane stuff about some of the occult stuff. Black dragon is like a whole nother show.
Right.
It's almost like
the Order of the 9 Angles, right, too?
Well, that's the whole thing that I didn't know when I first wrote about him, was this whole kind of overlap with Arabic kind of extremism or Muslim extremism. Mm-hmm. But it seems like he had some kind of like connection to it.
Yeah.
And I think that isn't the Temple of Blood in North Carolina?
I think it is.
I think it is. He might have had some kind of connection. The Temple of Blood. It's OV, right? And this comes out of Genesis P. Orridge's work, where he manipulated language to like have symbolic stuff, and he had it in the Temple of Psychic Youth in the Psychic Bible that he wrote.
Yeah.
You see some of those doctrines and ideas, just like they cross-fertilize each other. They all do, but you see it move and morph into O9A ideology.
Yeah.
Peculiar. The tattoos on his face had meaning. The tattoo on Algarad's chin is a Polynesian Moko tattoo drawn on warriors during ceremonies or sacrifices to show tribal affiliation.
Oh.
The more tattoos on the face you had, the higher up in the tribe he was, Whitesell said. The tattoo on Algarad's cheek is a version of Celtic knotwork, mostly worn by Viking warriors. It was all on their clothes, their armor, and their swords and their ships, he said. Investigators haven't said whether the suspect belongs to a cult. So you see, they didn't know it right there. They didn't know what his connections were. If there were other people around him, he's connected.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this picture earlier. That's him, where Beauty and the Beast. So he knew the beast concepts. Like, according to one source, Lawson began performing rituals he called black magic. This extended into reported, in some cases observed, activities including mutual bloodletting in local cemeteries. Mm-hmm. So this guy did it all. Animal sacrifices down by the Yadkin River, where Joseph Emmerich Chandler body was later found. That's another of his victims. So
That's the he was accessory after the fact in 2012. That's what he was arrested for.
and attempting to set several local churches on fire. So we had the church burning. This is 09A stuff, guys. This is heavy duty occult stuff. The church burning is really heavy.
Well, that's sort of interesting. I believe he's not the only Satanist to burn a church in North Carolina, because if I'm remembering The Family by Ed Sanders correctly, when they talk about the Companions of Life cult in The Hate in the Devil House, the Devil House, Father P claimed that he was from North Carolina or spent time in North Carolina. He left because he burnt down the church. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even want to talk about something. Dude, this guy is incredible. The smiley face, the Crowley, the black dragon stuff. Wow. This guy's high up, man. There's just absolutely no idea. And they say even his death is a little bit suspicious because these guys killed themselves. Like, their network, too. This guy supposedly killed himself in jail. You know that other serial killer killed himself in jail, the most meticulous serial killer ever, who had like 12, he like traveled around and had 12 bodies.
Israel Keys,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same kind of iconography, like skulls and stuff, like drawing skulls and blood. And there's a great book on that by Callahan, I think is her name.
I think I'm doing the next Killafornia episode in December. I'm talking to Paul Gregory about Israel Keys.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know Paul Gregory. Is he an author?
Yeah, he's an author. He's from England.
Nice.
He's into the same research we are.
Nice.
You should have him on your show sometime.
I feel like he sent me an email. I might have communicated.
Yeah, you connected us.
Okay, that's good. Okay, quote, this is his completely fake narrative where he tried to paint himself as a combination of Charles Manson, Anton LaVey, and Aleister Crowley. So this is the Crowley connection, right? More Crowley. Mm-hmm. This is from an article, Camel City Dispatch.
Oh, okay.
And the boogeyman cometh.
They're saying it's a fake narrative.
Well, this is what they're saying.
Yeah.
His completely fake narrative where he tried to paint himself as a combination of Charles Manson, Anton LaVey, and Aleister Crowley, and descriptions of animal and human sacrifice spooked some, while his teeth, reported to have been filed to sharp points with a Dremel tool, filled others with horror. A former friend of Pazuzu, Bianca Heath, claimed there were other victims. He said he picked up 2 prostitutes, then killed and ate them. He burned their remains in a fire pit like the other 2 victims. Quote, Paz told everyone, I never believed him. I'm sure no one else believed him either. He laughed about the skeletal remains when telling the story and why he did what he did. She also added that Pazuzu worshipped evil gods. Quote, I do know Pazuzu. Everyone calls him Paz. I don't know him as a friend. I know him through other people, but when I saw this, I wasn't shocked. From the first time I saw Pazuzu, I knew that he was dark and evil. Everything about him scares me. I've never really believed that someone can feel vibes from another person until I met him. When he comes into the room, it's like you can feel hate to the core of his soul. He brags about worshiping the devil and has at least one tattoo that says Satan, and he makes sure everyone is told that he is a descendant of an Iraqi someone because he thinks that it will intimidate people. I know one of his past girlfriends, and I saw on several occasions bruises, cuts, and what appeared to be bruises of handprints around her throat. There's no doubt in my mind he is guilty. I believe he was probably more than an accessory, and I pray he goes to jail for the rest of his life. I'm afraid that if he doesn't, this won't be the last time he kills somebody.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a local comment from somebody in Boonville. And then here's another one. Another comment, quote, like afraid, I preferred anonymity. That's the other quoter. But I also indirectly knew Pazuzu through others years ago. Everything said above is accurate. I'd like to also add that I heard a story as told by Paz once. He'd done every drug in the book, including regular use of shooting up cocaine, and said that despite all that, the biggest high or rush he ever got was biting into the still barely beating heart of an animal he freshly killed. Weird, yes. Scary, a bit. Disturbing? Abso-freaking-lutely. I wouldn't put it past him to have killed multiple people by this point. In fact, I'm pretty sure that he has.
Oh,
He's
my
an
God.
intelligent man, I always thought, but what a waste of intellect. It would be even more atrocious if he tries to get a lawyer to paint him out to be insane, because he has always been in complete control over his actions. Apparently, he adores the shock value persona, and he let it get way, way out of control on purpose.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then this is a description of his house from somebody who knew Pazuzu. Quote, his house is disgusting. His dogs piss all over the floor. Drunk people piss on the floor. They pour beer all over the place and don't clean it up. It's crazy. As soon as you walk in, it smells like rank old dog piss, body odor, and feet. It looks so normal from the outside, except for the front door. Even from a distance, especially from the road, the jet black painted door seems like nothing but a void or a black hole. It doesn't even look like there's a door there, just a menacing hole left there to suck passerby in. He is a very complex individual, a man of a million faces. He plays out his whole life acting like an idiot, when really he is a very intelligent, calculating, charismatic, and manipulative sociopath. According to Darlene May, professor of Arabic language at Wake Forest University, the phrase is Arabic script, but it cannot be translated exactly. The first word is house, and the second word appears to be an attempt to write something to do with devils. Quote, we are guessing that the intent of the words on the door is likely the house of devil worship, or the house of devil worshippers, or the house of devils, May wrote in an email. She'd also shared a photo of the writing with two native speakers of Arabic. May said her sense is that the person who wrote this did not have Arabic as his first language, his or her first language. The writings are more akin to faulty attempts by a student, she wrote. There's also a phrase written in black in the drained pool in the backyard. The words are written with some, but not all, the vowel marks, May said. So it could be either he praised Iblis or praised Iblis. Iblis is an Arabic name for Satan or the devil. And then in April 2015, a crew demolished Pazuzu Algarad's house on 2749 Nob Hill Drive, leaving nothing but a vacant lot. The county housing department declared his house unfit for human habitation. Thankfully, we did not make any new discoveries, said one of the workers. On October 28, 2015, Pazuzu Algarad was found in a pool of blood on his prison bed with severe blood loss from a perforation of the left brachial artery on his left arm. Police declared he committed suicide, but police report does not indicate how Pazuzu got the deep wound.
Oh, wow. So that's sort of, yeah, you're right. That is exact kind of like Israel Keys.
Yeah, just like Israel Keys.
Yeah.
Pretty cray. Let's see any more comments. Let's see, I gotta go back to where we were. I've been listening to William Ramsey for 8 years on the Opperman Report too. Yeah, I was on Opperman a lot. I'm still, some of my stuff is still over there.
Yeah.
Great to have you back. Listen to you, Spotify. Thanks. I was on Spotify. I had a contract with Spotify.
Yeah, and check out William and his last visit to Killafornia.
Yeah, you can do
We
that.
we discussed the Arliss Perry murder. It's really good.
Yes, I believe Labubu is a cartoonish toy based on Pazuzu, probably some sort of magic ritual. Wouldn't be surprised. Donald Holtzclaw again. Yes, and they were reported by several people, and the police didn't follow up on it. It was like they were letting him get by with it, much like they did with Jeffrey Dahmer.
Huh.
There's so many cases of these guys getting away with it for a long period of time. Like, it's really crazy. Michael, I found William on Opperman 12 years ago. Yeah, I was around. I mean, I was a guest, like I said. Donald, the police actually came around and looked around one time after the murders were reported and didn't find anything and left. They didn't look too hard, so they must have been around, but they didn't find anything. Maybe the bodies weren't there.
Yeah.
Do you think the West Memphis, they're guilty at law, Rodney? Come on. They're, of course, guilty. Ray Douglas says, I suspect he's networked as well, and that might explain the smiley face graffiti.
Right.
And the Black Dragon and stuff.
Yeah.
I can do a show on Black Dragon, you guys. It'll blow your mind. You just like, your jaw will drop.
I want to hear that.
Seen the Darkness. HG, we found the vampire group and the werewolf of the Osinists, remember? Maybe that's Odinists. Asheville and Vietnam are the occult hotspots of. And see, I've heard that. I've heard of Asheville. That's from
Yeah.
Ryan.
Well, it's funny that you said that because that's where I just went to is Asheville. And I went to the Biltmore. And man, there's a really interesting statue of the goddess Diana.
Wow, the goddess of the hunt, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Donald again. I think he was actually charged with a manslaughter charge a few years earlier down at the Yadkin River. I vaguely remember that.
Yes, that was Joseph Chandler. That's the 2012 one.
Right.
Accessory after the fact. Yeah.
Luke says William wrote about 764 years before they were identified by the fake MSM branch of the 098. No question. Israel Keys was definitely MK Ultra. Why? Why do you think that? I know he has a military background.
Mm-hmm.
He actually, the military would not release his files to the public.
Yeah.
That's how deep in the military he was. That he doesn't have a military background because they didn't tell you anything what he did in the military.
I know he was in the Yucatan, right?
I don't know. The guy was deep. He was deep state agent, man.
Yeah.
And friends with the Kehoe brothers. Like he had really weird connection. The Kehoe brothers are two hardcore white supremacists who had
connected to the Oklahoma City bombings.
Donald Holtzclaw. They knew he was doing evil stuff, and the police didn't bother him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy from the Lake Charles case of, well, maybe he lived in the woods in North Carolina. Oh, yeah, that's Charles. That's Leonard Lake and Charles Ng, N-G.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are snuff film creators.
Yeah.
That frame from The Exorcist I saw briefly running to the bathroom one night as 12-year-old scared me. Yeah, it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Exorcist is a scary movie, man.
Yeah, and you know what's weird about that whole thing? It's like you would think with all these killers being attracted to The Exorcist, they would be attracted to something else like Halloween or Friday the 13th where the killer keeps coming back to life for the sequel. But you know, it's sad they're into like The Exorcist, where the demon gets vanquished ultimately.
Iblis is of the jinn race in Islam, not a fallen angel. Okay, that's the code.
That makes a lot more sense.
I was just thinking the neighbors probably lived in a feet. I don't know what that is. TJH William Ramsey Investigates is the best on YouTube. Thank you. Share the shows, guys. I don't have an ad budget. Please share. Really appreciate it. Sharing is caring. Jeffrey Dahmer just parking his car with a dead body in it across the street from a cop shop. I think he was pulled over once with a cut up body in his car.
Yeah.
He weaseled his way out of it. Berdella and Dahmer both had victims escape and then taken back to the police. Yes, that's true. There's another guy I wrote about in my SFK book. Forgot his name. Lamphere was his name. Same thing happened. He had dudes. He had two people tied up in his garage. Like that's super crazy. Like this stuff's a Black Dragon. Okay. Rodney, I normally watch Killafornia. Walter has a good channel. Yeah, check it out.
Oh, thanks, Rodney.
Walter Bosley, yes. Keys was like a dark Jason Bourne. Yeah, good comment. Really true. That's Maeve Martinez. Welcome.
Yeah.
I lived at Paz's house for a while. Well, tell me more. Jesus is King. How was it? When? When did you live there?
Did you have to wear a gas mask?
Yeah. Did you have to go to the bathroom in a corner?
Yeah.
Did you have any night rituals?
I kind of want to know the details myself.
Jesus is King. I wonder if that's a true story.
Did you shower?
Holler William knows much about. I've been studying it for a long time, guys. It's been 15 years. I know a lot about a lot of stuff. People don't ask me about my law career. I know a lot about history too.
Yeah.
Jesus is King. I met him in a club, started going there. I left when he got really weird and did something in the back room. What did he do? Jesus, if you know Paz. Leonard Lake, the guy with the high-end video equipment. Yes, there were snuff films made, and Patrick covered them real good. And we did a show with Patrick, me, Todd, and Patrick on the Sound of War child porn case or whatever.
Right, and it was a great show, guys. Check it out, and it's on William's channel, and it's also on the Patrick's channel, a Deliberate Stranger, or Deliberately Strange. I can't remember off the top of my head.
All right. that's all the comments. Oh, here's Jesus is King. He had a back room he kept locked. I heard weird noises coming from there. I was gone after that. I passed out on the couch. Okay. Weird.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some other, like, you can.
It would have been cleaner to pass out outside.
Let's see. Is there anything you got, Todd? Anything you'd like to add?
Well, yeah. It just seems like these satanic killers, they just keep popping up, and like we've talked about in the Arliss Perry episode, there definitely is a network. And now that you've mentioned the Black Dragon, which I personally know nothing about. I'm very interested. So I can't wait for you to do an episode on that, and so I can learn more.
Anytime. Okay, let's see. This is Crime Feed. Who is infamous Pazuzu Algarad, and what is he known for? Another picture. There's his accomplices, Crystal Matlock and Amber Birch. Mugshot from 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Satanic sex cult leader who loved animal sacrifices, orgies, and murder. The Devil You Know. You mentioned that, though.
Yeah,
that's in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Satanist who only pooped in corners of his house. He neither bathed. Yeah, he only bathed once a year.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't brush his teeth. That's why he's not smiling.
Yeah, he believed that filth gave him supernatural powers. Yeah.
Let's see. Somebody compares him to Vincent Lee. Vincent Lee was the guy who killed somebody on a bus and chopped them all up or something.
Oh,
in Canada.
God. Oh, yeah.
They just called it mental. I mean, now you're not responsible for crimes because you're mentally ill.
That doesn't fly.
Not for me.
Not for me either.
The Devil You May Know. It's probably worth a rewatch. I probably should watch it. Yeah, a lot of these are behind paywalls. Anybody have any questions for me and Todd in the chat? Let's see.
Please ask.
Let's go back. I don't know why Vox Vice talks so much about the heroin addiction in the documentary series. I have to rewatch that.
Yeah.
Meow, excellent, thank you. Jack Millie. I just stumbled on this channel. I remember this crazy story. Great topic. Yeah. Check out some of my past shows, guys. Todd and I have done this is our 17th show. And I'm heading over to Rotting Jules Chan. She does excellent work. I've done shows with her too. Todd has too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm honored to be friends with both Dana and William.
Yeah, that's Michael Sear. Yeah, check out. I follow her all the time. I try to read as much of her research as I can. I should have her back and talk to her. It feels like I haven't talked to her in a bit. Dana was live tonight. Didn't know that. Thanks, guys. Later. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We've got 239 live views. So Rise to Liberty was here. Check out that podcast. That's Jacob J. We've done a show on the West Memphis 3. Meef Martinez, thank you for the donation. Every donation helps. Thank you very much. But Rise to Liberty, we did a 2-hour show on the West Memphis 3. So people who aren't familiar with my research on the West Memphis 3, check that out. And then that was a part 1. So we'll have a part 2 and 3. But I could probably do 20, 30, 40 hours on the West Memphis 3. It's such a huge story. And media doesn't cover how the connections and how deep it goes. You want to talk about a network.
Right. Well, that's the thing about the media in this country is like it doesn't really cover anything the way it's supposed to be covered.
Amen.
Yeah.
I couldn't say it better myself. Rise to Liberty says, I'd love to do a show with Todd. Hey, I'll set you guys up.
Yeah.
Todd,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacob.
Jacob, say hi to Todd.
Yeah.
Todd knows a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Fire Pixie. Fire Pixie's here. Hey, Fire Pixie. Anyway, that was about an hour. Todd, anything you'd like to add? Anything I missed?
Yeah, guys, check out the last episode of Killafornia to get posted with William, Walter, and I. and about the Arliss Perry murder. Last month was the 51-year anniversary of her murder, and it was a great episode. Check it out. And I'm just so happy and honored to be here. And I love doing the show with William, and I can't wait to do the next one.
Until the next time, 230 live listeners. Thanks, everybody. I got my YouTube channels back. You can go to my Patreon to also, if you would like, are sick of ads. I post everything there. I'm very active on Patreon. It's a legacy platform. I probably wouldn't have signed it up, but I had it from like 8-10 years ago. But people have really enjoyed it. And you can see my 5 documentaries there. You can see them on the SFK. All you have to do is pay $5 a month. You can also ask me questions. And it's cumulative, too. So I'm sending out books this weekend. So every $20 that you donate, you get a free book. I'll send you a book. So it's tangible. You get tangible benefits. Plus, you can see stuff. I post stuff. Like, I did so much research on the West Memphis 3 guys. You have no idea. I did a whole bunch of videos that were censored and taken off. So I'm just reposting a lot of this old research that I had that a lot of people haven't seen. So yeah, Rise to Liberty, Jacob, hit the like on the way out. Yeah, hit the like, share the shows. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks, Donald. Great to hear from you again, man. I remember the old times, Donald. We used to chat all the time and send emails. So it's great to see some of my old people, like, getting kicked off the platform. I was pissed, but it's like it's great to see some of the old timer, Carl and the Joker, and some of my old buddies. It's fun to see all you guys back and to have Todd back. So Kelly, thanks for everybody. Anyway, I think that's it, Todd. Anything else? We done?
I'm good, man.
Okay, cool. I'm ending the stream. Thanks, everybody. Until next time. You'll see some more streams here. I'll also be restreaming some old shows from other sites. You can see, if you don't know, like, a good start on my West Memphis 3 research, if you don't want to listen to a podcast, you can order the book Abomination, Devil Worship, and Deception and the West Memphis 3 Murders. It's been out since 2012? I can't even believe it. It's been almost like 13 years. So people can check that out. But Following Williams is 2015. Yeah, it's amazing. I had an interesting arc, guys, as a guest and an author, to now streaming on YouTube through StreamYard. Anyway, Todd, thanks so much. Thanks, everybody. God bless. Have a great weekend. Peace.